There is a fully functional whites-only, straights-only town in the United States in 2025. They call themselves Return to the Land and are a group of about 50 people so far in Arkansas, made up of men, women, and children. They say their goal is to have a white society that goes back to the fundamental white Christian values. In this small town, the men take on the task of building it, and the women take on the task of caring for the homes and the children. When asked about this whites-only project, they claim that it's all out of love and not because they hate any groups of people. They say that in order to protect their children, this was a necessary move to make. And they have supporters across the country. So much so that anytime anyone has a child, they're gifted thousands of dollars from their GoFundMe.
You've probably already heard of that white supremacist village where they want to have a whites-only town, and I want to encourage them to do this project. But then they're only allowed to do it if they only... But let's make it a challenge for them to push their extremist ideas even further to the extreme. Don't use any inventions, products, or materials invented by people of color. That means that their little town cannot have any streetlights. It can't have peanut butter. It can't have elevators with automatic doors. It can't have any modern computers, or I would go as far as to say cell phones, because Black people or people of color own partial inventions on all of those things. If they want to use them, no phones. They can't have spices. They can't have pepper. They can't have any of their food delivered on a refrigerated delivery truck. They cannot have clothes dryers. I'm sure the list can be even longer. So drop in the comments other things that have been invented by a person of color that will not be allowed in that little white supremacist town.
Welcome everybody to the second meeting of our newly established Inbredia, a whites only town. Today I would like to discuss what laws we would like to see put in place. Do I have any ideas? Yes. No seasoning on chicken. Absolutely no seasoning on chicken. I always say when it comes to chicken, the more white, the more right. In fact, if you boil your chicken, you can get it even whiter. So I would strongly recommend that. Do we have any other ideas? Yes. No vaccines. Well, that's a gimme, Bill, you fucking idiot. If it can't be healed with ivermectin, then we will just die. We can make polio great again. Do I have any other ideas? Yes, we need a flag. I couldn't agree more. And in fact, I've been keeping something secret from y'all, something I've been working real hard on. I hope you like it as much as I do. This is my suggestion for the new Inbredia flag. You see, here we have the United States flag. We have a jar of mayo. What could represent us better? That's right, Linda, potato salad with raisins, the only way to eat a potato salad. Thank you all so much. All in favor of making this the new Inbredia flag? Excellent, this shall be our new flag. Thank you all so much. I'm getting tired and I need a smoke, so we're gonna go ahead and adjourn this meeting. Next time I want you to think about what kind of establishments you would like to see in Inbredia. Thank y'all so much.
Heritage. This is about hate. This is about building a safe space for white supremacy under the...
What makes you think that you have any control over our community and why you deserve the right to be around us? As you see behind me, this is a list of things that are segregated for people who are not white. Let's take a look at all of the segregated spaces, events, graduations, scholarships, and government programs that are set aside for people who are not white. Sorry, sweetheart, but we're not stopping until we see white graduations, white cultural events, white communities, white-only spaces, white scholarships. If you don't like it, we don't really care. Go build your own fucking society. Nobody's stopping you. It must be really nice to have all of these non-white privileges living in a white country. Access to white people is not a right. You will not be stopping us from uniting and building up our community. It's not going to happen. Now, coexisting is just fine, but it needs to be optional instead of forced on the public. At the end of the day, white people deserve the right to celebrate and protect our people. Let them seethe.
So it's actually surprising to see that some white people don't actually support this white only town. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel. So credit goes to the creators in these videos. And guys, so when the news broke about this white only town in Arkansas, the reaction from white people were mixed. As you can see in this video, some of them actually support it and they are saying that, oh yeah, we want to be with people that we look alike. I mean, in this town, even their dog is white. Oh my goodness. So some of them supported it, and some of them are saying, oh no, this is a great segregation, we cannot have this and that. So they are saying, why some of them are saying that they want to live with people that share their culture, that share their values, freedom of choice. Some of the other ones are shocked. And guys, experts actually found out that this town might bring breaking laws against racial discrimination. And even if some people support the idea, that thing, it faces serious legal and ethical challenges. But the legal part aside, guys, I need to know what you think in the comment section. What do you think about a small group of people going to separate themselves because of the color of their skin? I mean, if that is not segregation, I wonder what is. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep watching these videos.
No black, no gay, and no Jewish people. That is the rule in this white-only town being built in Arkansas. Nope, this isn't 1950. It's happening right now in 2025 in the Ozarks. A group called Return to the Land has built what they proudly call a whites-only community on 160 acres in the Ozarks. They've got cabins, roads, fences, wells, community center, and even a private schoolhouse, all for people who pass their strict racial and cultural tests. To live there, you must be white with European ancestry, straight, Christian, and you cannot be black, Jewish, LGBTQ, or follow a non-European religion. They vet applicants with video interviews, and some are even asked to prove their ancestry. The founders, Eric Orwell and Peter Sears, say that they want to create a, quote, fortress for the white race. In their own words, you want a white nation, build a white town. Now, here's the thing. They're calling it a private membership association to dodge federal housing laws. Basically, they sell membership shares through a company called Wisdom Woods LLC. And rather than traditional deeds, which they claim makes them exempt from anti-discrimination laws like the Fair Housing Act. And shockingly, well, maybe not, there's already 40 people living on the site and hundreds more worldwide are applying. They say they have things like goat herding, homeschool programs, flute recitals, and even a white baby bounty, basically rewarding white females for having more children. And I saw one of their interviews, and even their dog is white. And get this, they're not stopping in Arkansas. They've already announced plans to expand into Missouri near Springfield. Now, civil rights groups like the NAACP and Anti-Defamation League and state officials are calling it what it is, a modern-day experiment in segregation, racism, and legal loopholes. Arkansas's Attorney General is investigating, but as of right now, this community is still operating, still growing, and still recruiting. This isn't just a hate group in the woods, you guys. It's a test case to see if they can build a future where civil rights laws don't apply, as long as they call it private.
There's an all-white town being built in Arkansas right now, and I feel like it's not being talked about enough. I've seen it maybe one time, and that's it. In this town, there's no African-American people allowed, there's no gay people allowed, it's just white. And in the interview that the one news reporter is having with the guy, he's basically like, yeah, see, like, we're building a culture where we can control who our neighbor is. Just him using the word control in general, it's just like, oh, okay, so this is like just literally to have control over anyone that doesn't look like you or have the same, I guess, life as you. I'm just like curious, like, how is this like actually a thing that's happening? Because at first I looked at it and I was like, no, this has to be a joke. But then I actually looked into it and it's actually a thing that's going on right now and it's not being talked about. They're quite literally starting segregation again. So it's called Return to the Land. You mean the indigenous land? The name in itself is crazy.
I mean, even the name alone, Earth. Living around people who look like you can lead to narrow thinking, can lead to fear, and it can lead to prejudice, because it also separates them from wider communities and opportunities. I mean, what is the fun in that when The only thing you see is people that you look like. I mean, from my perspective, it's not fun. And the story of this whites only town just shows a clash between personal choice and what's right for society. And while some people support it, most of them still see it as wrong and harmful. Because I mean, communities grow stronger when people work together, live together, learn to adapt to each other's excesses, learn to see the beauty in their differences, right? Not when they separate based on race, not when they separate based on the color of their skin or what somebody believes in and what somebody doesn't believe in. I mean, what's the fun in that? Let me know in the comments if you agree or if you disagree. If you have found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll definitely see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.